We were travelling the Golden West Discovery Trail and had just visited the Orabanda Hotel. Today we were heading for Menzies, Niagara Dam and Kookynie. Good morning. It is Sunday, 24th, I think it is, of March. Only been on the road. This is the second day and I've lost track of where the hell I am already. Leaving the camp area, which was near the Siberia tank. And today we'll see what happens. Pretty rough yesterday. I'm going to take it nice and steady today. Done a couple of the modifications to the caravan and we'll just see what happens. It's a beautiful day out there at the moment, sun shining. Didn't hear too many birds first thing this morning, but anyhow. Just up the road is a place called Siberia. Well, the road maintenance gangs have been through, telling us that there's a few things that need to be avoided, like that deep rut there to start with. Okay, the Siberian gold fields. Prospecting and metal detecting is illegal, and if you're caught, you'll be prosecuted. This is the town side of Siberia. Well, there's a crossroads here and I went across it. There we go, the historic town side of Siberia, gazetted 1898. And this road here takes us out to Menzies. That's the main road anyway. We just might take a little walk in there. Left Orabanda, right to Siberia. They tell us this is where the town site is. All looks pretty well picked over. I've just noticed I've lost a mirror off the left hand side of the car, off the passenger side. I've got to go back and find it. It's been working its way loose and I didn't check it this morning, and I've got to get into the habit of checking that mirror before I leave. If I can find it again, I've just turned around. We'll head back up the road and see if we can't find it. They're expensive to buy. We have arrived at Kookynie, and this is just like a two-roomed house, and then it's got the piece that's added on the end of it, which is the kitchen area. Had a heap of audio problem in that somewhere along the line I pulled out a plug that I shouldn't have pulled out, and the sender unit died on the wireless system. Let's hope that's sorted now. Now, these houses are identical from the look of things. The brick piece, the two rooms, and then the piece on this end. There's your kitchen type area. And I assume the last house there is actually being lived in at the moment. Maybe not, because there's a fence around it. 30-mile Kookynie. Beware of the dog. The Kookynie station, 200 metres off to the left. 200 metres is where the road is. And Kookyinie's down in there a ways. Caravanning, camping. And wildflowers, it says. 14 kilometres to the station. There in the distance ahead of us, it's one of the many salt lakes around the area. Well, we just drove past a large, looked like a rest area, and there's a sign at the front, historic Comet Vale. So the mine wasn't what we should have been looking for. It should have been the sign, which tells us where the town used to be. I do wish that they would put these signs at right angles to the road and at the beginning of the actual area on both sides of the road, beginning going both ways. If you're towing a caravan, by the time you're pulled up, you're well and truly past it, there's no doubt. People tell me I passed it anyway. The Sand Queen, Comet Vale gold mine. Just past a couple of dead cows on the side of the road. Doesn't look as though they've been there too long, although they're starting to blow up. Just a reminder, I guess, that we're in station country and you're going to get cattle on the road as well as the usual wildlife. Those two look as though they might have been cleaned up by a truck. Menzies, 5 kilometres. This is Menzies. Almost. Little statue thing here on the side. Not a statue so much, it's a cut out metal thing. Menzies was once a bustling gold mining centre named in honour of a Baltimore-born American adventurer, Leslie Robert Menzies. In 1894, Menzies made a rich discovery that was to become the bountiful Lady Shenton mine, named in honour of the wife of Sir George Shenton, a powerful Perth merchant and politician, on whose behalf Menzies and his mate John MacDonald were prospecting. Used to be a fuel station, it sounds like it's a 24-hour thing where you put your card in. Wow. Yeah, they all like to have these tallish fences around their properties. And I can imagine why. It's the case in Kalgoorlie as well, and Boulder. Menzies Cemetery's out this way. Lake Ballard, which we will get later on. We had planned to do the Lake Ballard portion of the trip, but worries about the potential damage to the caravan so early in my proposed 6-month journey around the country persuaded me to change my mind. I'd already done that section back in 2009. Well, there's a lot of streets here, and there's a lot of space, a lot of vacant land. I assume that this was all housed at once upon a time. It's all been cleaned up and cleaned away. Some unusual building designs. Toilets. Oh, the badge has been souvenired. The road roller came originally from an old steamroller and was the front roller. In its present state, it was used on the roads around Menzies. I knew the name was good for something. This was used on the Lady Shenton, the first mine in the Menzies area. They go to the trouble of building a shed to keep all this stuff in, and they do nothing to actually look after the stuff that's in there. Menzies was proclaimed a municipality on the 20th of December 1895, and the first council was elected on the 20th of January 1896. It was estimated that in 1896 the population was 10,000, half of whom resided in the town, the other half in the surrounding land. The government built a dam in 1897, and in 1901 this supplied water to the residences. The railway line between Kalgoorlie and Menzies was officially opened on the 22nd of March 1898. Menzies at this time boasted 13 hotels, 3 banks, its own breweries and cordial factories, a post office with a staff of 25, a school with 205 pupils, a public library in 1904 and 4 churches. In the late 1890s and early 1900s, Menzies was the administration centre of the North Coolgardie goldfields. There were some 20 small towns in this area. From around 1905, the gold mining industry experienced a downturn. Most of these towns literally disappeared. Menzies has survived, but is only a shadow of its former self, and the pub at Kookynie is the only reminder of a once thriving community. These little figurines are dotted all around town here. Some more over the road just there. Okay, we're leaving Menzies. Been giving it a bit of thought. Apparently there's bitumen out to Niagara Dam and Kookynie. I figured, well, let's compromise on this. I'll do the bitumen bits. I'm not going to do any more of the dirt bits at this point in time. I just discovered that the Pioneer hi-fi unit that's in the caravan above the fridge is completely destroyed. So, nah. I've been there and seen it before. I'll do it again when I'm just driving on my own without a caravan. Okay, this is the Kookynie turn-off. No, not the Kookynie, the Niagara Dam turn-off. Well, it's both of them actually. Niagara Dam 16, Kookynie 26. Well, they're telling us that the roads are open, that there's no firewood at Niagara Dam. Oh, we just try to pass an old truck on the side of the road advertising Morapoi Station Stay, and it's off to the left just back there. Missed all that. Bit slack this trip. This looks like mining country to me. Just has that look about it. And I have no idea what mining country looks like, but it's just like some of the opal fields I've been to, and certainly around some of the gold fields and things. Highway line running right next to the road. And this, I think, is probably the turn off into Niagara Dam. Yep. 3 kilometres. Welcome to Niagara. It's like a camping area there, if you want it. It's in here in 2009, and I can remember parts of it, but not all of it. There it is. It's over there. Fall risk area. I see. This area up here, there is a lower camping area that's underneath the dam, I think. And there's a dump point down there as well. Constructed by the Railways Department in 1897 and 1898, the intention was that Niagara Dam would provide plentiful fresh water for the locomotives that would soon be steaming along the new railway linking Kalgoorlie with Malcolm. However, by the time the dam was completed, it had accumulated very little water due to lack of rainfall. To make matters worse, a plentiful supply of good underground water had been located at nearby Kookynie. The dam took its name from the nearby town of Niagara, which was booming at the time of the dam's construction. Yeah, this is the lower camping area down here. There's one caravan down here somewhere. Camper bus or something. There's the dump point just there to the left of us. Plenty of room here. It's not a hot day here today, but there is some heat in the sun. A bit of bite up there. So that is Niagara Dam. Next up, Kookynie. Kookynie to the right. Welcome to Kookynie, living ghost town. They built a roundabout in Kookynie. I'll be. I guess you can get away with driving one of those things out here. It's the Kookynie Hotel. Willie the horse showed up at the Grand Hotel in Kookynie in 2014, kept coming back, and has since been adopted as the 11th member of the town. The horse was a chestnut gelding Willie Strike Moore, a former pacer, who won his trainer, Shannon Subaliko, thousands on the Gloucester Park track in the mid to late 2000s. Publican Kevin Busey said the horse now spends his days wandering around the northern goldfields town, catching up with the locals, greeting tourists, and doing horse things. What we got here, eh? What do you got here? What do you got there? This little unit here, the guy who owns that is a prospector, and he said it's a hell of a lot more comfortable than a quad bike. I said, of course, fully licensed for the road. He says, oh yeah, of course. He said, not much action happens out this way. The road to Laverton along the old Laverton Road is as rough as guts, they tell me. A lot of trucks using it. They reckon it should be shut down. So, we're going to head back towards Leonora. See where we go from there. The roundabout was put in about 18 years ago. Trucks used to come through, belt straight through, and there was an old couple that didn't take a lot of notice of what was going on. And so there was nearly an accident there a number of times, so they put the roundabout in. The Shire asked the locals if they wanted to be involved in beautifying it and setting it up, and they decided to fill it with bits and pieces of all the old houses and things that used to live around here. Bits and pieces of the old, well, everything really. Well, we've got to find our way out of here to get to Leonora. Just the hell of it, we might go back in and see what we can see around here as well. While we're here. This road to Mount Remarkable, so I'm not going along that one. Kookynie was first discovered by prospectors in 1895, one of whom was W.A. Miller, who took up the Englishman lease on the 25th of June 1895. Miller sold the lease to Cosmopolitan Proprietary Limited in 1897. This resulted in the virtual existence of Kookynie. The population grew at an astounding rate. During Kookynie's heyday, around 1907, the town could boast a population of 3,500 residents with just as many transients, 11 hotels, 7 of which were licensed, a workman's club, many business houses, electric light installation, red light areas run by Japanese ladies, and 4 trains a day came to Kookynie from Kalgoorlie, each half an hour apart. The Cosmopolitan Proprietary Limited mined a total of around 630,000 tonnes of ore that averaged 15 grams per tonne between 1897 and 1911. The Kookynie Cemetery is the final resting place for 149 of its past residents. Just about every block on the right hand side has got old brickwork and everything where the buildings have either tumbled or been removed. Now the pub, lady behind the counter, she's been there for 30 years. She bought it in 2000. Been there 30 years, 2 weeks ago. So all the stuff ringing the roundabout, that's come bits and pieces of old buildings and things that were here before. Okay, we're not here. If you enjoyed this video, there are over 500 more just like it on this channel. Subscribe and hit the notification bell and we'll let you know when the next video is available. If you liked this video, hit the like button and feel free to share with your friends. Thanks for watching.